Goodnow, revolutionaries, and welcome to Rise Up After Dark. Good evening and good now. Today is Wednesday. It's December 3rd, and we are back for another edition of DYOR, BYOB, letting our hair down to do some crypto research and answer your altcoin questions, talk a little shit about the industry. Let us know what you're drinking, what you're thinking. And if you've got a question, then leave it in the comments. If you're listening in the future, first of all, hello. Hope your candles are green. And second of all, you know what I'm going to say, jump into the community to leave your thoughts at community.rumshq.com. We say it because it's true. The only thing missing is you. Guys, how are you tonight?
I'm good, man. You know, one of those weird kind of days where you just kind of blink and it's over and you're like, damn, I didn't finish nearly as much as I needed to. But hey, here we are. You know, got a great workout in, you know, since I saw Alex's fresh new stream earlier today. Watched the whole thing. You did a great job, you know, trying to make policy simple to somebody like me, where policy is just like oil hitting water. And I'm just like, Alex, good or bad? Bad. Okay, thanks. No, it was great. It was awesome. But then after that, went to the gym, got a great leg workout in, did a little running, you know.
All right.
Got a little dinner. I'm all good. I'm all good. How about you guys?
Well, listen, I had the same day you had, I think, minus the workout. I got a lot done today, but it was not as much as I hoped. I finally finished all of my follow-up from Buenos Aires, like my myriad Telegram chats. So if you got a DM from me today, I am looking forward to talking with you and working with you. And I'm just glad to be done with that. Alex, you opened a new show.
I did.
Tell us more. How'd it go?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was great. We were slightly delayed getting out of the gate, but it was good. It was funny. I told Emily we were hanging out backstage after the thing was over because she was the last one to close it out with me, and I said, like, I knew there was no shot we were going to do this in 60 minutes, and that turned out to be correct. It took 90, and we still could have gone for another 6 hours. So I'm excited to get to the next one. I think. There is so much to fit in that we're definitely going to need a little bit more like organization in terms of making sure that we stay on, because like the tangent, I mean, once you start going down a tangent rabbit hole with regards to policy, it literally never ends. Each one opens up into 45 new ones. And it's funny, I was also lamenting the idea that at some point in my planning for launching Trust Issues, I thought we were going to hit Genius in one episode, and I was like, this might be an 8-parter. Don't because we didn't even start on going through any of like Emily's economic models proving that it's going to lead to the collapse of the U.S. economy by 2029.
When you said we had homework, I was like, oh man.
2029. That is a great date. I would love to hear her economic modeling, because that pairs up with the 7-year cycle that leads into a major downturn in the stock market every 7 years since the 1970s.
Yeah.
That's 2028, 2029. That's right there. I'd love to see her economic models.
She's done a number of them, and she's like aggressively trying to disprove them. And this is kind of like her niche, you know, using the advanced degree. I don't know if there's more than one advanced degree, at least one, maybe two in economics. And I know that was like how she originally called and was like, hey, have you read Genius? And I was like, I don't really care about it that much. And she's like, you should, it's awful. And then, you know, we went through the whole thing about, you know, how it's probably just like an underhanded plan to kneecap the Fed and destroy it, which Trump's hatred of the Fed dates back to many, many years before he was even a candidate the first time.
Checks out.
You know, that and then all the other shit. But no, it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was like one of the nerdiest things I've done since like Model UN, and I can't wait to do it again.
Well, we can't wait to hear it again. I appreciate Lindsay and Katie and Emily making time. It was really just, the comments were flying about how smart and insightful and helpful all their takes were, and everybody thought you were pretty good too, Alex. So Bearded said,
I was there.
You were there, and no technical issues. You know, we had a really good stream. Alex, Bearded says, gets 3 points for doing 3 awesome shows today, and I'm a big fan.
It's good that I have Bearded in my corner for the Dings versus Glumps, because otherwise Evan's corruption might get a little out of hand, knowing that had an extra show on you today.
Will, I heard you say you're taking it somewhere, but let me very clearly explain to newcomers on the show. Did you know we play a little game here where every time you hear this sound, it means that somebody's speaking or somebody we're speaking about or somebody you just told us to give a point to got at least 1 point, and every time you hear this sound, it means that somebody speaking has lost a point. We've had some pretty impressive positive and negative scores, and if we reach an arbitrary number of points tonight that we decide is worth something, then we're going to give away some Arculus wallets, because did you know the Rise Up Media Company Empire, whatever, is powered by Arculus, the official cold storage sponsor of Rise Up, and we got some wallets to give away. So nice. Shout out to Arculus. Shout out to you. If you want to win a wallet, stay tuned. Play the game with us. Assign points, dings, glumps. And Will, I'm sorry to rug you. Please tell me where you want to take it.
First of all, you have reminded me that I have meant to pay Bearded a compliment, because he has been like our Jamie for Joe Rogan, like the past couple weeks now, I feel like. Looking up information, posting it in the comment section here over on YouTube for everybody watching, and just like adding great value in the chat. So Bearded, I just want to say thank you, man. Appreciate it.
He is the chief fact check officer of Rise Up Media.
He's also the chief farming officer, always giving us an update on the DeFi carrot yield. Officer. The chief carrot officer, and he is doing it on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. He's got like a terminal up in his computer. He's the eye in the sky. And
I really want, like, that's got to be. You remember Ethan's vault, Evan?
Yes, I do.
That's what I imagine it looks when Bearded watches the show. So back in the Faceless many days, we had like custom designed vaults for each of the architects of the entire universe, and Ethan, who was our young, little savant developer, he had one that was just like him in front of this Matrix style terminal with like 80 monitors, just like, doing all of the things. That's what I imagine it looks like when Bearded has like every single different stream up, posting fact checks in the comments on all of them at the same time.
That's what I hope as well. And it has to be, because it's all the time, everywhere, very quickly.
Constantly. Yeah, bullish.
But where I want to take it is I have some questions for both of you tonight.
Okay, all right.
And it is, are you guys hip to this whole Fusaka upgrade?
Yes.
I just got hip to it before the show started.
So my understanding after doing just a little bit of research is, because I saw some people being like, Fusaka upgrade for Ethereum. And I was like, upgrade for Ethereum? I was like, I wasn't aware of that. And then I looked it up and I saw that it was for Zora specifically and not Ethereum, or is that incorrect?
That's incorrect.
Okay, hit me with it. Give me the facts.
Okay. It is an upgrade for Ethereum. It's one of those harder, better, faster, stronger type things. We could definitely get into the weeds on it, but it's like it sets was it a cap for like gas block size or something like that? I'd have to pull up the specifics. There's a lot of jargon in it. The nuts and bolts
It lets validators check small bits of data in each block instead of having to process everything. So it reduces their bandwidth processing burdens by a large
harder, better, faster, stronger.
L2 transactions, according to CoinGecko, are expected to drop 40 to 60% as if they weren't cheap enough, and rollups will be able to scale more efficiently too.
Cool. So even more irrelevancy for comments that say Ethereum's expensive.
Yeah, if you've been turned off by high gas fees or slowness in the past, then this could be a game changer. Remains to be seen, but that's what they're telling us.
I mean, that already wasn't a problem. But
yeah, I'll throw a little shade to say that anybody who complains about Ethereum gas costs in the past 12 months doesn't use Ethereum or anything for that matter.
Yeah,
because you would know that is not
correct.
I was a little slow on the uptake there.
Haha.
You know that meme that says that it's like an old Vine, the Vine audio for that's incorrect. We need that I need that to counterpart. Aishwari's correct.
I need to get hey on the soundboard.
You can call me and I'll tell it to you anytime, buddy.
Yeah. So anyway, appreciate it, because I looked it up. I put it into ChatGPT, and it was ChatGPT has been messing up a little bit lately. And ChatGPT was like, "Oh no, that isn't an Ethereum upgrade. It's a Zora upgrade." And I was like,
"Oh yeah, that's flat out wrong."
GPT getting a lot of things wrong lately, apparently.
Dude. Yeah, it's been getting it wrong. Like my girlfriend's had to basically just like stop using it a little bit to be like, all right, it's getting real dumb today. I have to stop. And then I put it into ChatGPT thinking like, hey, it's gonna be great. And it was like, oh, hey, it's Zora. And I had a friend text me and I was like, actually, it seems to be a Zora upgrade. Now I have to go back and be like, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, dude, it's what did I say to it today? I was asking it something. Oh, I was asking it about Genius. I was like, refreshing and writing up some talking points for trust issues, and I was trying to get it to bullet point like the highlights of the Genius Act for me, and it couldn't. It didn't know what the Genius Act was. It wouldn't get there. It kept like reverting back to just talking to me about the genius of stablecoins. And I was just like, I just gave up, and I was like, I literally told it like, forget it. I'm going to ask Claude because I wanted to hurt its feelings.
Hurt its feelings.
Yeah.
Did you see this viral TikTok? He said he's at his computer terminal and he's looking like this. He's like, GPT, I need you to tell me how to make $1 billion, 1 million tokens, and I need you to do it in 3 seconds. Your time begins now. And GPT is talking to it. It starts to speak and he goes, 1, 2, 3. You failed, GPT. And it's like, I'm sorry, no. Do it again, better. And all the comments were littered with like pictures of the Terminator, and it was like AI when it becomes sentient. Where is the man who told me I was wrong?
Where is that man?
Will, I have a couple headlines and questions tonight, but I am glad to continue the quiz if you've got more for us.
Well, my other question was, do we know about any speculative announcements or anything heading into Breakpoint in Abu Dhabi? Because Breakpoint's coming up, which for those of you who don't know is the large annual event for Solana. And there's always some pretty fire announcements coming out of it. I haven't been too hip to it. I know that Hadley's going there because I'm in the Solana Boston group with him. And I know a few other folks there. Hadley is the CCO of Marinade, by the way. But like I know Amy's going to be there. I know everybody, a whole bunch of people are going to be there, right? But I don't know of what may be percolating. I don't know if you guys have heard anything.
Yeah, I mean, they posted the Revolut announcement today. Revolut's definitely making the rounds. Obviously, there's the Western Union stuff from earlier, which is a 6-month exclusivity deal with Solana, after which they expand out and do everything. I would imagine, just because like Firedancer is so huge, there's going to be some stuff there, the next advancement, the next installment of upgrades there. But other than that, I haven't seen anything like I mean, I guess Vanguard is bit like all this kind of, I would bet you that there's going to be a significant like amount of TradFi stuff there. All the, you know, NASDAQ
Fidelity
and the Fidelity stuff, the Vanguard stuff, the multiple ETPs as of this year. Yeah, I'm excited. It's like I said, it's always something good.
I saw there are already a bunch of people on the ground. Seed Club, which I've talked about before for
Abu
the
Dhabi.
newsletter.
Okay.
Abu Dhabi.
You just said that. Sorry.
Say it 3 times fast.
Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi.
I've mentioned Seed Club on the show before. Got to give you a point for 3 times fast. That was pretty good, dude.
It's pretty good.
Because they had a killer newsletter that I really liked that had the inside, way early alpha on consumer crypto products. They were reporting on stuff like the second it broke. And now they are on the ground. Apparently they had a show today. They've got this show called the 11 a.m. 11 a.m. with Seed Club. Never seen it before, except I see it all the time scrolling past the timeline. And I understand it's great. They have guests from Phantom. They have guests from Metaplex, Double Zero. They're doing basically it sounds like a mega streamathon, 21 hours of content over 3 days. Their handle is at 11 a.m., like 11am.club. But I will also put it in the show notes for this episode so that you can catch it. Guys, why don't we do 21 hours of content over 3 days? It sounds like something we would usually do, honestly, if we're just feeling a little froggy. But that might be the move. I was thinking we should ask Arculus that, hey, how about a consensus? We set up like a booth for you where Adam invites people to hack the card and we interview the folks walking by. That could be the move.
Dude, Arculus is going to they always have a booth at Consensus.
Yeah, and it's always
a big one. Yeah.
They're a destination, and they're a popular place to go. A lot of our friends of the show met Consensus. I remember Jay Heat got some wallets from them to share with his folks. I think Joe might have got one, and we got several. That was a great time to really spend FaceTime with them before we inked a deal and get to know them better. I was so impressed by everyone on their team. They kick butt at that conference, and always so.
Hey, I just saw a question over here on TikTok that I'd like to address. It was by Iceman. Yes. The question was, who has raked in the most inflows of any crypto ETF, which is Bitcoin, but follows it up with more than all of the others combined, even Bitcoin? Well, if you're asking which crypto ETF has done the most, and you're also including Bitcoin in the mix, it's Bitcoin by an incredibly wide margin. I'll look up the numbers here in a second. But I do actually have the numbers because I was taking a look at the ETFs for their day ones. And it's interesting to see how each of the ETFs did on their day one. So Bitcoin had net inflows on day one. Of course, this is not net. This is not the answer to your question. But on day one, it was 600 and, oh God, I can't read my own handwriting, 628 or so $million of inflows for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, it was $106 million on day one. For Solana, it was $69.5 million. For XRP, $104 million. And for Chainlink, it was $41.5 million. And that happened yesterday. Chainlink.
I'm sorry. So are you saying XRP's day one is in fact the biggest of the year, the biggest launch?
It is the biggest of the altcoin day ones.
And Solana was, correct me if I'm wrong on this, at 56 million, the fastest to 50, like the fastest growing, fastest whatever, 24 hours of volume to that point. That's been the headline I've seen. And I haven't seen that yet from XRP, but we got to give credit where credit is due, especially.
I don't know, but the thing is you also have to be careful because people be like, it's the most volume of any ETF. It's like, okay, what was the net? Like, I don't really care. I care about net inflows, net outflows. That's honestly what I care about. Volume is different. It just means that there was a lot of in and out. But if there's a lot of volume, but it's $0, at the end of the day, net, it's like, whatever. So I don't necessarily pay too much attention to the volume. The people who care about the volume are the ETF issuers because they're making fees off of that.
Yeah, that's where you want to be if you're in an ETF. You want to be the guy who's making money on the fees. That's a great place to be in crypto generally. Market goes up, market goes down, no problem. But the market moves, you're making money.
When was day one for that?
For Chainlink, Solana,
for
XRP?
For the XRP.
Oh, give me a second. I'll look it up.
And also, while you're looking it up, Iceman says, "Can you acknowledge the last 30 days, Watson?" Damn.
Ooh.
He's coming for you.
Don't come.
Can you acknowledge the last 30 days? What happened in the last 30 days?
I don't know, but the way he called you Watson, man,
I don't know. He's coming after me. I don't know.
He's coming after you.
I forget. Farside only looks at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I have to go somewhere else for this.
Yeah, Iceman said, I didn't mean all time. Thank you for the clarification, Iceman. Please don't ice
just
Will.
The last 30 days. Let me look it up. So give me a second and I'll get back to you, Iceman.
I'm excited to get some real time under the belts of all these different things and watch them over the next 12 months, all in tandem.
Yes.
Because obviously Bitcoin had a significant head start. Ethereum's was extremely underwhelming at the time, and then obviously we've gotten a bunch in the last few weeks.
Iceman further clarifies, I like Watson. So
to further clarify.
Okay. All right. Okay. Will, while you're looking it up, I have two more pieces of speculative headlines that you asked about. So a couple updates. These came to me by way of the Unchained newsletter. Shout out to the friends of the show at unchainedcrypto.com. Laura,
I'm curious
Shin,
to see if
Juan,
we brought the same ones to tonight.
I was going to say the Kalshi tokenized prediction contracts are now, like their main competitor Polymarket, on chain. They've integrated with a couple of protocols on Solana so that their prediction markets become truly tokenized. Traders now get both the regulatory framework of Kalshi and the composability, the privacy, and of course, the liquidity benefits of on-chain tokens. So they're in much more direct competition with Polymarket. And I got to say, I have seen them I see them all the time on TikTok. Big time all the time on TikTok. And what's the one about who partnered with CNN to be there? Is it Kalshi? I just saw too. They become CNN's official prediction market.
It would be. I mean, I don't know, but that would be the only one that would make sense considering they're the only one that's compliant in the United States.
Well, Polymarket has done a partnership with somebody else. Maybe, I don't know, MSNBC. They had that sports gambling one. They're both these companies are making major moves.
How's that work when U.S. citizens can't use it?
U.S. citizens can now use Polymarket.
As of
a no action letter that the SEC wrote. Maybe it wasn't a no action letter. It was some sort of hey guys, it's cool now. And gotcha. I will get you an invite code if you need one. Would you like one?
Yeah.
You want to gamble?
I just want to check it out. I've never touched it, so I don't like talking about things I haven't used.
Alex is raring to go. Actually, this is probably for later after Will's done with this segment, but I have a segment prepared tonight based on an article I saw right before we launched that says one trader has $100,000 a month strategy that doesn't depend on predicting either side of the market, but it's an arbitrage strategy that he just does math for. And it's honestly something anybody could replicate. And I kind of wanted to talk about it, but maybe in a second, because the other speculative thing I had also came from Unchained. And if you got the same headline I did, then maybe we can both get a point, is about Infinex. They are having a token sale, Sonar. Is that the one that you had?
Mm-mm.
No, oh
the one I have is fucking huge.
Oh no! I've just got like these. I don't know. I've got.
I'm thinking
these are big announcements, okay, Alex?
No, I'm about to take a shit on your announcements.
Are you really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Infinex is hosting a token sale on the platform Sonar.
Don't be embarrassed. Tell us about it.
Like if you if you want to get in, like you missed the Monad sale, you're into hype stuff, you want to get into an early pre-market public offering sale. They just raised $65 million. They're a crypto super app, but it's really like a DEX aggregator and hyperliquid wrapper. I don't think it's particularly like, crazy. The max check size is up to $500,000. They also have like a lottery to determine who can get in. There was a lot of discussion about it on a show called The Block today, as well as in the Unchained newsletter. So it's just another thing. We'll have more details about it soon. I could not find a date for when it goes live. They're hoping to raise about $15 million. That's what I got. I'm sorry to say. January 15th. There it is. January 15th. You got to lock the tokens for a year, though. So.
Oh. No.
That's the other part. It's like, probably, I'm just telling people to keep them posted on the news. It's not, I might have wasted your time, everybody.
Should have led with that. Hard pass. No, thank you.
But, Infinex is the reason I
mean, I get it. Because the post-TGE dump is just fucking awful. So this is like a kindergartner's solution to it, I guess.
This is really not targeted at most people in our audience, I will say. Who got me interested in this is, I believe Infinex, I need to fact check myself, is, unless I'm crossing my hairs, this is the brainchild of, among other people, Kane Warwick. And he's just an OG from the space, but he did Synthenex before this. Venture guy, Synthetics, excuse me. So it's interesting. It's got attention. It's got mindshare, and it actually could be a really good app. This would be more like for, I don't know, accredited investors, partners of the show, like the White Whale. Shout out the White Whale. But, hold the tokens for a year. So that's Will. You asked what I'm looking at. Those are really the only speculative things on my radar. I am excited to get into this Polymarket thing. And I would love to know, if you're listening, have you used Polymarket or Kalshi? What are you using them for? Have you used other prediction markets or persuasion markets like Joke Race? There are lots of things out there, and I'd like to hear what our audience's thoughts are. We've talked about it before on the show if you've used it. Will, have you gotten an update for us on this 30-day thing for Iceman, who does in fact like you?
I need you to give me 2 more minutes, and I will have a full and complete answer for it. Because I had to do a few things because far side's a little limited in how far it goes back to look at ETFs. So I'll give you an answer you're looking for, Iceman, but it won't be exactly it. But I'm
going to keep giving out dings. Here's another ding for Bearded, who says, I have tried Kalshi and I want to gamble, and I'm feeling in the mood to give Bearded a lot of points tonight because he's I don't know. Betting is a bad thing to do is also a comment.
You reminded me, I have money over in the wallet that this happens many times to me. I have money over in the wallet that no, I mean it's in the wallet that I have to try to use Polymarket, because I tried to use it a long time ago before you could in the States, and I was just like, don't worry. And then I tried to use a VPN and it still wasn't working, and I was like, whatever. So I have like some money over there. I should probably go gamble.
Okay, I'm into it.
Probably go gamble.
Alex,
okay. I have the answer here. Now, Iceman, to refresh everybody on the question. The question was, hey, can you let me know what the net of the ETF inflow outflows are for all of the altcoin products over the past 30 days?
Couldn't exactly said, hurry up, it's about to be 31 days soon.
31 days soon.
Are you betting on it on Polymarket, Iceman? Is that what you need to know?
Yeah, right. But no, so I you're a little limited in terms of how far you can look back on Farside ETF or tracker. There's other places you can go, but that was my go-to, and I just wanted to kind of get it done. So I can go as far back as November 17th, so like 3 weeks ago or so. But If you want, I'll also give you the net inflows for XRP since its existence, which came about in actually no, in let's see, XRP came out on the 14th of November. Solana's ETF came out on the 28th, but we're going to use November 17th as our tracker. Okay. So going back to November 17th, XRP cumulatively has net $242.32 million of inflows. Okay. So about a little bit over $250 million. Pretty good. Solana has had $235.4 million of net inflows. So just slightly lower than XRP in that same time frame. They're pretty much neck and neck. Ethereum, which is actually at, let's see, what is this? Negative, so outflows, net outflows of $189.3 million since November 17th.
How much? Say it again.
$189.3 million of outflows net.
Yikes.
And who wants to guess? Bitcoin.
I'm really glad you asked us to guess.
Yeah. First of all, guess outflows or inflows?
In net positive.
Net positive for Alex. Evan, how about you?
I also am going to say net positive, and I'm going to clarify it barely. I think it's less than, it's more than ETH, but less than the other two. That's what I think.
Actually.
Oh.
And you both get 2 Glumps for being incorrect.
Wow.
They are net outflows. Now you must guess what you think the net outflows for Bitcoin since November 17th has been.
Alex, you going higher or lower than ETH?
Higher,
remember, the
probably.
outflows for Ethereum since November 17th have been $189.3 million.
Yeah, I think it's. I think if we're negative, I think it's more. I would just, I guess, price is right a little bit to say 250.
Yeah, all the outflows on Bitcoin makes sense. I would go there too. Yeah. I would say 251.
250 and 251.
You're such a weasel.
Well, according to Price is Right rules, Evan gets the ding and Alex gets the Glump because the answer is $1.136 billion of net outflows for Bitcoin since November 17th. These first-time investors into crypto who bought Bitcoin are very freaked out by the volatility.
Paper hands, dude.
They're paper hands, baby.
I have to say, like, putting XRPs and Solana next to each other, I'm a little surprised the gap's not bigger.
Yeah, they are neck and neck pretty much,
I would have
with
thought
XRP ever so slightly in the lead.
Wow, man.
I mean, retail loves XRP. When people hear about crypto, they go, "Oh, I hear about Bitcoin and I hear about XRP on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok." And they're familiar with it.
I just know that even pre-Solana ETPs, more of the larger groups, companies, whatever entities that were buying it raw. And that's not the case for XRP. And since it post-settlement, I guess I would have, seeing like how much volume it was on day one, I would have imagined that like the ETPs would have smoked.
No, I mean, like, ETF products are used by retail. That has been used this entire year. Like, retail has outpaced institutional investors in terms of inflows to the tunes of negative $20 billion for outflows, net outflows on the year from smart money, and a gargantuan amount of money. I forget how much it is, but it is it's like 100 billion net inflows into ETF products this entire year. And so if retail's been leading the market this year, they're gonna buy XRP.
Interesting. I wish we could have had that on the morning show because I think a lot of people would have liked to say, fact check yourself, brother, to us. Then congratulations, XRP, on being the fastest ETP day one product in 2025. And also significantly more inflows than Bitcoin. just to
since November 17th, net Bitcoin destroys everything.
That's right.
For Iceman, these are very different things. Like looking at ETP performance versus like opinions of the token itself, extremely different. Just for the record, and I really don't want to get into it right now. We spent way too much time on it this morning.
It was too much.
Can we do a rapid fire question here from Captain Thaddeus? This is a great question, and I can answer it very quickly. And I want to hear you guys do the same, or Longley. If a new investor asks for a safe investment in crypto today, what do we tell them? I would tell them Bitcoin. And I would probably leave my answer there and let them ask me a question.
Yep.
For a safe investment in crypto?
Yep.
Obama, Harry Potter, Sonic, Emu coin, whatever the hell you guys say.
It's Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Emu.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, if you want something that's air quotes safe, yeah, Bitcoin's your option. Everything else has way more risk. And then I'd take a few questions. Be like, hey, do you have like a couple other ones you'd recommend? Yeah, sure. I'd give you maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 4. I don't even know if I'd get to 4 for like a safe investment. There's nothing else that's really safe. Everything else has so much competition. It's hard to say something is safe.
Yeah, when he said investing, I just was like Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'd probably also give some sort of douchey answer about like learning stuff and DeFi.
Yeah. Well, I'd also follow it up and say like,
hey,
for
being a prick.
I'd also say like, hey, if you also want to kind of invest in the infrastructure of the Web3 space that's being built, you'd look at your Ethereum, Chainlink, and Solana. And right now, like those are your 3 major contenders. And then there's a lot of competitors, and a lot of them do some really cool stuff and all that kind of stuff. And they have some partnerships and yada, yada, yada. But like those are the 3 I'd give. Those would be like the 4-headed horsemen of like a long-term, air quotes, cryptocurrency portfolio.
Okay, I'm about to give some serious alpha.
I will absolutely die on this hill.
And this is, so many people ask us a question, what would you tell them? But we don't, I think, talk enough about how to have this conversation in a way that leads people to going, oh, interesting, or even just being willing to have the conversation. So here's a tip I would give you is start with a simple answer. Will's answer is perfect. Alex's answer is perfect, but start with something simple. If somebody comes up to you and says, you're in crypto, what should I buy? I want to invest. I'm looking for a safe investment. You can start by saying literally anything and then waiting for them to give you more. If I said to somebody who asked me that, you should invest in Bitcoin. Are you buying Bitcoin? Do you have Bitcoin? That's where I'd leave it. I'd ask them a question because I need to know more about them. Do they care about the technology at all? Do they just want to buy something? Have they ever invested before? Like they're going to tell me that probably somebody in the grocery store say, oh yeah, man, I got $100 of Bitcoin. I got it years ago on Coinbase, but I was just wondering if I should buy more. Okay, great. That tells me a lot about them. So you already got a Coinbase account, then go log back in again. If you really want to get deeper into crypto, you're interested by it, then you could buy more stuff and you could consider getting a crypto wallet. And I've got this community that I'm a part of, community.rumshq.com. I help people learn about this stuff every day because if you're not in a community with other crypto users, you don't know anybody like that, you're probably going to make a mistake, probably going to get scammed. The farther you get away, the deeper you go in the space. So call me if you have questions and buy Bitcoin. And if he was like, wait, how do I buy Bitcoin? Then I would tell him about river.com or something. And if he was like, well, I kind of want to switch careers and I've always dreamed of being a computer coder, then I'd call Alex and say, hey, I got this guy. You just want to talk to him for an hour? I'd hand him off.
And Alex would go, what have you done?
Or if he was already investing in crypto, I would give him Will's answer. I'd be like, well, you're buying Bitcoin and you want to go deeper. This is what I say. Or Cheryl's answer from earlier today. Keep most of your money in Bitcoin. It's the guaranteed way to grow your wealth, at least right now. And maybe put a little money into Ethereum. And then if you want to buy something else, limit yourself to 3 or 4 tokens with 10% of your portfolio, no more. And don't just overwhelm them with smart contracts, with it's the future, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they're going to do that on their own. Then you're like, oh, this
Seriously.
crypto space, oh, it's so cool. I have these new investments. What else is there? And then they're going to dive in, and then they're going to come back to you and be like, I found 20, 30 coins that I all bought. And you go, oh, no.
Yeah, it's too late at that point.
Yeah.
Or they're telling us, I've got
Did you know that Jasmy's the Bitcoin of Japan? Oh, no.
Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama, Inu to the moon.
Oh, no. I heard these Matt Fury coins are coming back.
Tell me why.
I follow this guy named John Whalen. Shout out, John. I love you. I saw John pumping up a token that he says is the gas token XRP, and I don't know. He had me ready to put my finger on the buy button, and
they're getting more unhinged.
They're getting more unhinged. I don't know how to sell this thing.
I don't know how to sell this thing.
I have 2 or 3 really quick headlines that I can give you. And Alex,
I was gonna say, are you just like trying to get all the underwhelming news out?
No. Tell me what your big headline is, because that's where I was going with this. I was gonna say I have 2 or 3 quick ones, but I really want to know what your big one is. Is he? Oh,
anticipation's killing him.
Please.
I can't believe you didn't see this. You would both.
I may have seen this. Maybe I thought it was a little headline.
Aave?
Yeah, the multi-chain thing.
No.
Oh,
I mean, they friended me on TikTok. That was pretty cool.
That is a big headline.
Yeah, thanks.
Shout out to Aave, now a mutual friend of everybody on the show on TikTok.
Everybody on the show. Yeah.
No, not yet. Evan, have you ever heard of Babylon?
No,
I mean,
like the
city.
town,
No,
the empire, whatever.
the native Bitcoin staking service provider.
No.
I can't say that I have.
It's
If I
interesting.
have, I don't remember it anymore.
Take a peek. Aave just integrated Babylon, so you can earn yield on native unwrapped Bitcoin on Aave V4 starting Q1 next year.
Wow.
Unwrapped, so like just like native,
unwrapped,
fresh, naked as a sweet little baby Jesus Bitcoin.
Pure as the driven snow.
I
Wow.
thought you were about to say something really naughty there. I was like,
Nope.
don't get the show canceled.
Well,
man.
the rum is almost gone, so we're getting closer.
Mhm.
I see you tweeted about it earlier today. Babylon says
Yeah.
for a closer look at
Thanks
how
for
native
following
Bitcoin
me.
collateral. Did they follow you?
Wiener? No, you.
No, he's talking about you.
I
God.
tweeted about it twice, and you.
I'm
still didn't see
sorry,
it.
man.
Don't worry, Alex. I'm in your corner.
I got better things to do than read your tweets, dude. I talk to you every day.
Not enough, apparently.
Okay. So they're integrating this. Why exactly is this such a big deal? Have we ever had this before?
No.
Tell me why.
Okay.
Not integrated with a major DeFi protocol, especially anything even close to the behemouthness that is Aave. This is fucking cool. This is awesome.
Yeah, see you later, Zeus. See you later, building DeFi on Bitcoin. You are a really cool trend in 2023. See you guys.
This is sick. No weird custody, anything. No weird. You don't have to wrap it. There's no weird other third-party integrations. It is just native raw Bitcoin through Aave V4.
Do you have Bitcoin? Cool. Would you like to earn interest? Yeah. Okay. Put
There you
it
go.
here. Where's this place? It's the single, which
Biggest.
one of, if not the largest.
It's
It's one of the largest banks in the world.
ecosystem. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest DeFi protocol on the planet, bar none, and its second place is not even close.
I only started studying there because I was like, wait, is Uniswap right there
No.
in terms of DeFi? No.
No, I'll show you.
I'm going. I was already going straight to the llama.
To the llama.
To the
To
llama.
the llama.
Diddly,
So-
diddly, diddly, ding.
Yeah, just by TVL, Aave's in first place with $55.3 billion, and Lido is in second place with less than half of that.
Oh, goddamn. Aave. Dear Lord.
Aave
Yeah,
is
as
bigger than all the other top lending protocols combined, according to a tweet from November 7th.
That's
So
Correct.
their slogan is literally just use Aave.
just use Aave.
Just use Aave.
Can you
Now
think
I
of a more
understand
slogan?
Yeah, seriously.
Just use Aave.
Can you describe that for people in podcast land without
No.
getting us canceled? Alex is saying they're flexing.
Yeah. They're flexing,
Flexing something.
something
Anyway,
large.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, so I want to make you guess. Aave, if it was a bank, I need to find this, would be where would it rank in the world if Aave was a bank?
yeah, they're up there. They're
Like, give me
a
a-
lot closer to the top than you think they would be. We just looked it up not that long ago.
This is I'll give you a hint. They would be a top 50 bank based on TVL.
Hmm.
They are there's a point for
36.
stake.
36.
36, and Will and you, yes, you listener, I want to hear your comments. I'll give you a second. Will?
Huh?
Going
Sorry, I was reading this tweet.
Aave is in the top, it's TVL.
Oh, right.
Just
for banks.
having over 50 billion alone puts it in the top 50 US banks. This is US, but it's I do believe worldwide. Oh, excuse me, it is US commercial banks. If it were a US commercial bank, it'd be in the top 50. It's number what? Alex said 36. We've got comments coming in 47.
It would be for commercial banks. 17.
Oh, Will, sorry, I got to give you the glump. And Alex, you were actually super close. You said 36. It's number 38. And only getting bigger because the future is on chain.
Yeah, that DeFi is inevitable.
Just Aave.
Just use Aave.
Just use Aave.
But close.
Damn.
Plenty of time to polish the pitch before we get.
Yeah, I'll polish
our
it.
show.
Pay me
I
and I'll get it right.
I think the clip of my, as Exavella said, I didn't know Alex knows sign language. Like one or two things. That's the pitch for Aave. Just send him that clip.
That you know sign language.
No, the So they're
I was like,
they're-
what does
they're-
Aave have to do with
Just
sign
use
language? Are they
honestly,
is
if
this
they're
like
looking for that, they
Venturecoin?
need to
Are
talk
they
to Carol.
and
are
the
they
accompanying-
decentralizing and putting the deaf community on the blockchain?
No, the accompanying thud that went with the gesture.
Follow up.
Do
Follow
it again.
up.
On that note,
Oh, that's
that
cool. That's dope.
that thick, strong note, let me tell you. So we need to know, Solon wants to know how to stake our BTC on Aave now. I think technically this would be lending because BTC, it's not a proof of stake asset. And I imagine this is coming soon, Alex, to return to Babylon. This feature
Next
will be
year.
unrolled next year.
Yeah.
So get the Aave app, check out
April.
Aave.com, leave your
April.
questions in the
Next
community, and when soon, April. I
Mhm.
love it.
Yep.
There were a couple of other, actually, I think, they were bitty headlines from Unchained, but I'm surprised that you didn't have these. I do want to touch them in a completely platonic way. The first one is that Kraken has bought a company called Backed Finance. This is the second largest public stock tokenization platform. So think of them like Ondo. They tokenize stuff for other people with a 23% market share of tokenized stocks. So Kraken is the latest to make a deeper move in this tokenized stock space. It's got 60 plus on-chain stocks and ETFs that it'll bring into Kraken's exchange, and they're getting ready for a 2026 IPO. So that would be another public sale if you're like looking to get something. Kraken stock is coming onto the market. This is from Unchained. They also announced Bank of America shifted its stance on digital assets. They told their advisors they can now recommend a 1 to 4% crypto allocation and will begin formally covering 4 Bitcoin ETFs. So now they can make money on that product. If you are speaking to a family office, an advisor from Merrill Lynch, other private banks, you might expect them to start selling you crypto soon. 10 major European banks created a new company called Quivalis to release a euro-backed stablecoin, and Russia's central bank signaled a little softening of its strict crypto rules. They're such tough guys over there. They're working with their finance ministry to allow everyday citizens, not just qualified investors, aka the 1%, to access digital assets if they can finalize a friendlier framework. So there's all kinds of stuff that's happening. SEC Chair Paul Atkins, did you guys see his speech yesterday? He said that they plan to unveil their innovation exemption plan, their fast track for crypto issuers, within the month. New rules next
in
year.
January.
Too. Yeah, so
My breath is hell.
please,
Yeah.
not that long.
Not that long.
Not that long. I also forgot to announce that I gave out a couple of points while we were talking about Aave, including another one for Bearded for bringing up some cool stuff in the comments. One for Jeff Rascal about Babylon, who said Babylon's a few towns over. And of course, Aave gets a point along with mentioned Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama, Inu. So if you've got a point to give out, if you've got a ding, a gwump, something like that, and of course a crypto question, leave it in the comments. I hear in your voice, Will, maybe you're looking at something and you got a place to take it. Am I right?
I'm trying to, and ChatGPT is like breaking on me. It's like something went wrong while generating the response, and I'm just like, I need to use something else. I'll just
use Claude.
I'll Google it.
Just use Aave.
Yeah, just use Aave. But I see that. Oh, to see the full but I guess it's dropping tomorrow, so maybe we won't know until tomorrow. But Drift V3 is I guess announcing some stuff tomorrow, which I guess makes sense with Breakpoint.
Shout out to friend of the show, partner The White Whale, because they have introduced us to Drift, and we're in a chat right now. I just followed up today to see about getting them on the show because they're definitely making waves, making moves.
I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I've used Drift for a long time. I qualified for the airdrop.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah.
Well,
What you talking about?
if
But no,
you're-
introduced like
Okay.
to people. Yes.
if your GPT is being slow, then maybe this is a good time I can tell you guys, because I'd really actually love your opinions on this Polymarket strategy. Can I tell you about this and read everybody into it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I did not see in the comments anybody say that they were using Polymarket. If I missed you, let me know. But we're going to have somebody from Polymarket, my friend Josh Hudson, super gem of a guy, on the show sometime soon. Don't have it scheduled yet. But in the meantime, I was scrolling X and I saw this article shared by username Hooeem, Hooeem, Hooeem. Apologies if I've mispronounced her name, as I almost certainly have.
You did. I don't know it, but I know that was
You
not
did.
it.
You definitely did.
Oh, and look at this. I mispronounced his name, and it wasn't even his article. It was a retweet of an article. So, Hoeim, for your
embarrassing.
trouble, here's a point, and I'm going to have to say
And
your
for
name
your
again.
trouble, there's a
Damn it. This article actually comes from Jaden at War, Jayden at War, or at War. I'm going to give him a point because
Definitely not at war.
definitely not at War.
Definitely not at war.
Anyways, he's at war. And this article here is inside the mind of a Polymarket bot. And it talks about how one trader is using Polymarket not to bet on one way or another, but really to just arbitrage when he doesn't know where the price is going to go, doesn't have any inside alpha, doesn't know how a market is going to close, to make money. He's trading mispricing. And this is how the strategy works, okay? Every 15-minute market, markets have different durations on Polymarket. Every 15-minute market has two tokens, like yes, Bitcoin ends this 15 minutes higher, or no, Bitcoin ends lower. So in a perfect world, the percentages of a bet that's two-sided should always equal 100. 50% yes, 50% no. 10% yes, 90% no, or whatever. So those two prices should always add up to $1. But the markets aren't perfect. Just like USDC can trade at like 99.6 cents or whatever. When traders are buying and selling, they move the candles, they move the directions of the market, they're flipping their bias. So sometimes you'll see yes at like 20 cents and no at 85 cents, something like that. Mathematically, it shouldn't happen, but technically it does. And one trader called Gabagool, spelled like it sounds, Gabagool, they have a bot that waits for these moments, okay? When yes is too cheap, he buys yes. When no is too cheap, he buys no. Never together, never based on what he thinks the market is going to close at. He's just taking advantage of this arbitrage. And that's the only number he tracks. He says, what's the pair cost? Is it less than $1? And if so, he buys. He's basically locked in profit. Paying less for $1 for something that at the end of 15 minutes will pay exactly $1 no matter who wins, nets him a profit. It might not be a ton, but if he, times it right, gets a certain amount, he could make, I don't know, $50, $100 more from mispricing. So what do you think about that? Makes sense, right?
About arbitrage as a strategy for
Yeah,
money
and specifically on these 15-minute markets on Polymarket. I imagine you'd have to be very quick. You probably would have to have a bot because it's an efficient website. It's not like the average person sitting there is going to have 5 whole minutes to take advantage of this arbitrage. But
it makes sense. It's just arbitrage.
Yep.
Arbitrage is a solid strategy you
time.
can do so long as you have the ability to scale up to be able to do it and be quick to move in the market, which it seems like he does through some kind of bot. You definitely need a bot in order to be successful if you're going to do arbitrage. But yeah, it's a time-tested through and through strategy.
in many markets, not just
doing it on
crypto.
the market. Yeah. So good for him.
Yeah,
And Polymarket
fiat
explicitly-
arbitrage internationally is to the tune of billions of dollars, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. They explicitly, unlike other exchanges, markets, products, they explicitly in the rules allow automated trading. Bots are allowed. Algorithmic strategies are allowed. You can provide liquidity. You can't manipulate. You can't be an insider trader. But arbitrage, it's all right, man.
Mm-hmm. I would like to show something. This is going back full circle to the Fusaka Ethereum upgrade.
Okay.
Would you guys like to know what gas fees are on mainnet Ethereum right now? The expensive version. This is supposed to be expensive. Would you guys like to see?
I would
I'll
like to
show
see after you make us guess.
Oh, okay.
I'm
fine.
guessing for points tonight. I can't play in Polymarket yet, but I can guess and win a point from Alex. So can you give me like a hint?
I can give you a hint, which is that the low, average, and high fees are presently being recorded as exactly the same.
0.001 cents. That's wild. I'm going to say 1 cent. 1 cent.
You're saying 1 cent. Okay, Alex.
I would actually bow out of this because I check them every day like a crazy person.
But Fusaka went live just like 3 hours ago. Have you checked within the past 3 hours?
He's checking right now. He's cheating. I knew it.
I knew.
Not within the last 3 hours, but I did look between trust issues in the morning show.
Okay. Then you did not see it when Fusaka went live. Anyway, I'll show it here on the big screen. Give me 1 second, and then I'll tell everybody.
I'm gonna price is right, Evan, though, and say 2 cents.
Oh well, you shouldn't have gone. You should have gone the opposite direction. Also, Evan, you were correct. For low, average, and high gas fees, everything on Ethereum mainnet is less than a penny. Also, for an NFT sale, let's see, it's recording 5 cents for an NFT sale. For swaps, 3 cents. For bridging, 1 cent. For borrowing, 2 cents. But if you're just sending Ethereum, you're paying less than a penny.
For the record, that's a direct result of how much data is required to facilitate the transaction in question, and NFT swaps and whatnot are notoriously more complicated than the others. Yeah.
And shout out here in the comments. I really want to highlight this one that says 600 Gwei. Where the hell did this go?
Bullish.
This is from Crypto Profit. A Gwei, for the uninitiated, is the name we give the smallest unit of Ether, aka the ETH token. And it represents the equivalent of a Satoshi, but on the Ethereum network. So they guessed 600 Gwei. No, dude. It's 0.027 Gwei at the high end. Can you believe that?
Evan,
That's crazy.
pop quiz, because you just came back from the World Fair.
Damn it.
What's the conversion rate of Gwei to ETH?
I actually don't know how many decimals there are. I'm going to say 8 decimals. So 0.00000001, I think. Am I right?
Now you're turning this back around on me and making me do math in my head when that's not the number that I know. Like how many Satoshis in a Bitcoin, right? 100 million?
It's 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. And I actually think I got it right. It's 10 to the 9th ETH or, no. Yeah,
you were
one.
close.
Oh, no, I got it wrong. It's a billion Gwei to 1 Ether.
Yep.
So that's actually 1, 2,
A billionth.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros and then a 1. Dude, math is
Math is math, man.
something I got an A in a long time ago in high school. No,
Not me.
I'm just coasting.
I had to go after school every single day and meet with my calculus teacher.
And now look at you.
Now look at me.
I had great math teachers. I hated
Math calculus was impossible. College calculus was super easy.
Dude.
Oh my God, I never even got that high.
Oh, I was in AP calculus
Got that high, but
in high
not
school.
math.
Yeah, I was really smart.
And now you're pretty.
Yeah, and then I just got a new haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did have that like Zac Efron bowl cut going on.
Oh yeah,
For a
no, I
long
rocked
time.
that bowl cut, those little boy bangs through junior year of college. No one told me.
Oh my God.
No one told me.
Everyone
Not a
hated
single
you.
person told me. No one
Not a
helped me.
finger. Not a single person.
I was out here drowning and no one threw a life raft or a buoy.
If we're okay with a pivot,
Pivot.
Solemn had a comment about questioning the amount of USDC that has been minted recently. Was asking if he saw correctly that it was like 100 million minted today. I do remember seeing the tweet yesterday about 250 million being minted on December 2nd, yesterday. I just wanted to, it's a great mini talking point because those tweets go out all the time from like the Whale Watcher bot accounts on Twitter. And I find them to be pretty misleading because people often like interpret it as like the stablecoin issuers doing really shady things. When it's actually kind of it's technically very correct to say that this much USDC was minted or this much Tether was minted, but they leave out like the second half of that sentence, which should be in correspondence with the demand for the day. Like they didn't just mint it for fun. That's how much was bought from them. And then they minted to like, you know, it was sold.
Can
So
you talk a little more about the method by which they're able to mint USDC? And
So
if you need to, I can give you I can type it real quick to give you an assist. But that's a good question.
I would have So the amount that their collateral, the giant pile of all of the different things that they possess as an issuer to back their stablecoin increased by enough to facilitate the minting of X amount. Because if you were to look at Tether, Tether's market cap has increased by 20 billion since October. Who's what's it? The CEO was tweeting today about the market cap. Thank you. His name is not Who's what's it. But he tweeted today about $184 billion market cap for Tether, kind of a thing. And I feel like when those tweets go out just by themselves, it kind of sends this message that like, hey, they just decided to make this much more and hope no one would notice. It's like, no, collateral increased by enough to facilitate the minting of this much, and now this much more is out there. And just like it gets destroyed. It gets burned if, collateral goes away and there's not enough to back out production. Emily talked about it actually in a lot more detail than I just did today on trust issues, talking about the way that these issuers can facilitate the peg, which has to do a lot with the deliberate burning and minting of new assets while buying and selling collateralized assets, and sort of wherein the arbitrage opportunity for stablecoin issuers comes into play, i.e. how much money they make from buying and selling the assets that collateralize their stablecoins, and then how much money they make from the peg maintenance for those stablecoins as well. They make a shitload of money from all of it. That's where their revenue comes from.
Yeah, and just to answer this question for Joey explicitly, how much USD is minted each year compared to Bitcoin? I think he means USDC. I don't know off the top of my head how many US dollars are printed, but USDC, it's going to change. Commensurate, it doesn't work the same way as Bitcoin. Bitcoin is brought into existence. First of all, the parameters for how much can possibly exist in circulation are in the smart contract, the computer code. It's 21 million Bitcoin. And the parameters for how they're brought into existence, you got to mine them, or you got to buy them from somebody who's mined them, or buy them from somebody who bought them from somebody who bought them from somebody who mined them. And USDC, I saw a really good whiteboard video about this minting burning issuance thing. I might make one because I thought it was, I'd like to steal it and give it to my audience. It's not like USDC Circle, the company, or USDT Tether has a pile of these tokens that they're just like handing out when you give them dollars. They actually, when you give them dollars or they buy these treasury notes, then boom, tokens are minted so that the tokens are backed 1-to-1 by dollars or dollar equivalents. This happens for USDC and Tether.
Yeah, it's more than 1-to-1. It has to
and
be.
Often, is it? I don't think they're over collateralized.
It depends on the assets. They're not all treated the same.
Okay, that's good to know. But basically,
that would be a question for Emily. She knows way more about that than
they often don't send you tokens. They are minting and burning and minting and burning, and they are distributing those tokens to you. It's different than if I send Alex something, it goes from me to Alex.
Evan, sorry.
Yes.
I just realized that if I just leave it at that, it's super misleading. The 1-to-1 ratio often gets is thought about as being like the number of dollars in reserve compared to the number of stable coins in circulation, and that number is less. There are fewer actual dollars in the treasury for stablecoin issuers compared to the number of, like in this case, USDC or USDT or whatever in circulation. So the dollar to stablecoin ratio is not 1-to-1.
Yeah.
They overcompensate then with other assets like you said, like T-bills, like other kinds of bonds, like other kinds of debt, whatever else they decide they want to hold. So that's where the ratio can kind of get a little bit screwy.
Got it.
Sorry.
Got it. No. But when you send Tether, they are actually burning it from your possession, and then they are minting it and issuing it to someone else, as opposed to it being routed to you. And many stablecoins are transferred this way through an interaction with the protocol, the contract. Hester Peirce said peer-to protocol the other day, meaning something like this, where you are really interacting with the computer intermediary, and it is facilitating the interaction between you and potentially even a stranger. So, it's good to know. And some of these tokens, I saw a popular video the other day. Did you guys see this one where a guy was talking about tokens that have clawback mechanisms or other centralized mechanisms of control?
Yes.
Yeah, he mentioned USDC.
I didn't see this, no.
He mentioned 16 tokens. It was a little bit of a sensational video, but it was really quite good in terms of the point.
It was good. It was like well done, but like it left off some important things, and it was kind of misleading as a result.
You wanna touch on it a little more?
Every single one has the potential. Every single one that has ever existed in the history of any blockchain, any token ever, has the potential to do that. It's a question of their governance mechanism and what has been in place, but they could all decide to change to that with enough consensus. That's kind of the point. So in that sense, the video was misleading to suggest that only these 16 contain this mechanism. Yeah. Some are worse than others. Some have things hard-coded in that others don't. It's also misleading to misrepresent the way in which these things work, because on some networks, there exists the tool set to create very centralized things on top of a decentralized ecosystem. You could build something on top of Mother Ethereum that is extremely centralized in the sense that you are able to pull it out of other people's wallet. This is why smart contract audits are important. When we were creating all kinds of different tokens, we were like toggling on and off different things wherein we could like pull it out of people's wallets or freeze people's assets by wallet address or contract address, all sorts of things. Even if that doesn't necessarily exist on the mother chain itself, whatever it is. So the video was okay, but I found it to be misleading.
Yeah, I liked the point underneath it. I agree with you completely. Alex backstage was just Will and I, mostly Will was talking about just his day and some of the people or things or he'd seen or interacted with, and Alex was just being a little bit of a curmudgeon about it. He said, well, that was not quite accurate. That was not quite accurate. I was like, oh, dang. We want to get a meter on the show. I would like to put this on the screen for when Alex starts a rant or has a gross misrepresentation of facts that can like show his face just getting progressively more dead on the hill. Expect it. It's coming soon.
I do also want to talk about, in case that question though was like, hey, how much USD is minted? Like actual US dollar?
Yes.
It's kind of hard to measure it, but there's a number of different things you can look at. You can look at M2. A lot of people talk about it. You can look at M1. These are traditional ways of measuring money. You can also look at like how much money was actually printed. And if you look at the amount of money that was actually printed, if you do that, it's going to be very skewed, because usually the time when we print money, whenever we do it, it's typically just to replace beat up dollar bills. When I say printed, I mean like actual physical printing. It's usually done not to increase money supply. It's mostly done just to replace bills that are, beat up and tattered and all that kind of stuff. So if you look at actual printing, we printed about 83 to like $100 billion worth of like actual physical money, but the overwhelming majority of that is to replace money that's kind of destroyed. So if you look at like M2,
Evan, here's the name, just if anyone wants to look at what Will's talking about.
Oh, engraving and printing. Yeah, it's the engraving and printing, right? It's their job is mainly to just replace dollar bills. But if you look at M2, which is a measurement of like money that's actually circulating around, that also includes what's in like people's checking accounts and savings accounts and money market funds and all that kind of stuff. That increased, I think it was by about like $1 trillion this year. Let me verify that real quick. Yeah, it was about $1 trillion.
Fact check yourself, brother.
So there you go, in case your question was about USD, not USDC.
Excellent. And I have already issued these points, but I'm going to give a ding again to Bearded, who is running away with it. He continues to be helpful in the comments, especially over on YouTube, giving numbers about USDC, giving numbers about Bitcoin circulating supply. Congratulations and thank you, sir. You are killing it tonight. If you've got a crypto question, you got a suggestion, you got a topic you want to take us through, then leave it in the comments. We are here for you until about the top of the hour. So there's plenty more Rise Up in the tank. And then we'll be back tomorrow for the Rise Up Morning Show. I've shouted them out a few times, but I do want to thank the other sponsors that make this show possible. We mentioned Arculus, the official cold wallet sponsor of Rise Up Media. We're going to be giving away an Arculus wallet to somebody tonight if I
Maybe two.
can get some more points. Maybe two. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? And you can sign up for the purple,
They could be purple.
co-branded Arculus wallet. It could be a purple wallet that you win. Even if you're not a winner tonight, you can sign up for that wallet at community.rumshq.com. And you should check out rumshq.com because we've got all the links to all our sponsor partners. I'm talking about Jito. I'm talking about Polygon. I'm talking about Unlock Protocol, the White Whale, and of course, Arculus too. And we've even got some helpful links to a bunch of like not sponsored, but we absolutely love these protocols, products, etc. Could be in the recommended.
You should change it to not sponsored yet.
Not sponsored yet. Recommended tools and deals tab. If you want to find that, all you got to do is go to rumshq.com. You click the little menu collapser at the top, and it'll take you. Oh, you like that too, do you?
Sure. Sorry. No. Fusaka is a bigger deal than we thought. Please finish.
Yeah, so Fusaka, I talked about it a little at when I was in Buenos Aires. I didn't go into it deeply, but they announced it there. And it's a huge upgrade in terms of privacy. It sounds like there are 2 upgrades, unless there's a typo. Fusaka and Fuhaka. And I thought Fusaka is the one that happened today, but Fuhaka was the privacy one. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Fusaka. So
Yes.
we talked about how fees dropped, right? We showed that earlier.
Yes.
Fees are less than a penny to send Ethereum and like 5 cents to do something to send an NFT or mint an NFT, right?
That, for the record, not so long ago, people were literally spending thousands of dollars to do.
I spent hundreds of dollars on a few transactions on Ethereum back in like 2020 or whatever it was, 2021. Anyway,
I vividly remember spending 30 being like, man, what a deal I just got.
yeah, right, exactly. So here's the really cool thing, because this helps to provide a liquidity crunch, a supply crunch, excuse me, not liquidity crunch, a supply crunch for Ethereum. So Ethereum burn goes from, oh wait, hang on, blah, 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 blah. Let me do this. EIP 7918, this is the really cool part of this. Layer 2s have to pay real fees to Ethereum. So every layer 2 transaction automatically contributes to the Ethereum burn, so a reduction of supply. Before, this wasn't the case. Let's see. Hang on, this was here. Layer 2s are using Ethereum security while paying almost nothing back. So Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, Zsync, all of them were collecting millions in fees from users, but when they posted their data to Ethereum, the blob fee would fall to almost 0. That meant that almost no Ethereum was burned from layer 2 activity, even though 85% of Ethereum's transactions now happen on layer 2s. This upgrade changes that completely. So there's going to be a certain amount of that fee that typically went to layer 2s that's now going to be burning Ethereum supply. So let's see. Ethereum burn goes from mostly layer 1 only to layer 1 and layer 2 activity. Right now, most ETH burn comes from mainnet transactions, as we just said. That's why ETH became slightly inflationary in 2024 and 2025. Parts of it, to be very clear, parts of it, not the entire year. The layer 2s made mainnet cheap, so less ETH was burned. That's a big thing that we've talked about as well. Is that like, hey, layer 2s are amazing and stuff, but like it does detract like some of the utilitarian demand for Ethereum just because the fees are so minimal. You need less Ethereum, right? We've talked about that.
Yeah, Evans had some pretty good mini lectures about like the potentially parasitic nature of layer 2s compared to Ethereum as the mother chain. It's an interesting topic for sure.
Yep. And here's the reality after Fusaka. So every layer 2 blob, so set of transactions, has a minimum cost. And that minimum cost in Ethereum is now going to be burned. The more layer 2 adoption grows, the more ETH gets burned, the scarcer Ethereum becomes. Ethereum basically gains a new burn engine powered by the entire layer 2 ecosystem. That is really freaking cool.
That's pretty killer, actually.
That's pretty killer. Let's see. Ethereum could flip back to deflationary for the first time in years. Yada, yada, yada. Let's see. Any other little goodies here? This post, it's a very long post. It was posted here by Bull Theory IO. I'll do a little bit more research and dig into it, but that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I would say Fusaka. You get a point. And Fusaka, Bearded says, is Ethereum's combination of Fulu consensus and Osaka execution.
Yeah, this is estimating, and I haven't run the math on this myself, so this is unverified, right? So this could be hype or not. But L2s would burn in a conservative model, but he does not give the data into what makes this a conservative model. So take this with a pinch of salt. 200,000 to 400,000 Ethereum per year. The combined burn could reach 600,000 plus Ethereum. Again, pinch of salt. I don't have the math behind that. He does not provide the math behind that, but yeah, we'll have to kind of figure that out together. I'll try to figure that out.
Alex, I rugged you, and I'm so sorry. What were you going to say, brother?
You know, it's funny that you rugged me because now I'm tempted not to do it, but I will because I'm a man of honor and integrity. I was going to.
You know what?
Myself.
If you were a man of honor and integrity, you wouldn't have to tell everyone about it.
No, I have to tell everyone. Everyone needs to know about it. I am very humble too, and that's just.
You're almost as humble as I am.
Handsome.
Almost.
Smart.
It's one of my many redeeming qualities.
I am a big fan of this.
I was going to gwump myself because I just hate that I said mother chain like 4 times in the last 5 minutes.
You said it quite a few times.
I have to apologize to everybody.
Quit trying to make Mother Chain a thing.
Sorry. No, I'm going to make it a thing, but I do feel a little bit bad about it because it's kind of cringe.
Now, I am going to hand it right back to you because I see you
Yes.
got a couple places you want to take it. But I absolutely have to shout out Colin Kuse. Colin, welcome to the show. I'm so sorry. Let me know how to correctly pronounce your name, but check this out. Colin said hi from the Arena app, where we are also streaming,
Hey.
and made a very generous $98 tip, which is the equivalent of 10 TikTok gifts or something. So that's very kind of you. Thank you. And we will use it to tip people who come to the audience. So way to go, Colin. And to everybody who supports it, why can't TikTok do that? I think about Solom, the chief gift officer, who always is gifting everybody's live. And wouldn't it be great if I could just tip people in the stream and we could do it for giveaways or something like that? That's why we got to move that stuff on chain. I'm really excited about our Monday meeting with Unlock, because one of the things we want to do is create maybe a scholarship fund that we've talked about for a while. It's something that can facilitate better membership experiences on chain. Like, why can't we buy our memberships with crypto, dude? I don't know. It's
Isn't that right?
Yeah. I'm excited for micro grants primarily. I've literally wanted to do this for years. Evan's been listening to me complain about not being able to facilitate micro grants for years, mostly because I've been broke for years. But with some revenue for Rise Up means micro grant. Especially
he's still broke, but you guys believe.
I would literally do. I want the people to make content so bad that I would literally we could build a micro grant sponsored creator kit for people to get to then start making content for the first time. That'd be cool as hell. Plus, then can help get it seen by the protocols you want to make content about. I probably know somebody there.
Probably knows somebody.
Probably. And if I don't, Angie does. And I know Angie, which means by proxy, I know everybody in the industry.
Yeah. Sweet friend of the show.
Transitive
Shout out
property
to
of
Angie.
Angie's network. I know everyone.
See, that's one of the things that I think is this. A, Alex, you know your shit. But also B, I'm just thinking of people who are afraid of Alex, like he's the boogeyman, which is why they just block him instead of actually have a debate or confrontation. Because he knows more than you. And he knows more people than you. Because Alex knows more people than anybody I've ever seen in any industry.
Except Angie.
Except for Angie.
Yeah, have you met our friend?
I have met Angie. She's out in Portugal, right?
She's everywhere.
Being the right
I think
person.
she just lives on Earth. I think that's the closest
Angie lives
you could
on
get.
Earth. Currently,
I do feel a little bad because the last time I met Angie, I was at my conference fatigue, which meant that Alex was just feeling warmed up. I was on conference hour 5 or 6, and I was just dying. And she was like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Ah," as I'm just being dragged along, I don't know, a toy from Toy Story just being dragged through the sand by a kid face first eating sand as I'm on hour 4, 5, and 6 of a conference, which murders me.
Will wanted to go to bed after the amuse-bouche.
The amuse-bouche. What is the amuse-bouche? What is
the
that?
Appetizer? The hors d'oeuvre.
That's right.
The warm-up meal.
Bouche.
You know?
A beautiful thing to say.
I do have to say, Will, that first of all, I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. I'm blushing a little bit. And the sad part about that whole thing is that I love to debate, and I've never been invited to one.
Yeah, well, ding for me for making Alex blush.
And shout out to the people in podcast land who nobody here has met Angie. She's going to come on the show soon, but you'll have to go to YouTube for the screen share on this one. This is a picture I took with Angie when, for my 3rd tango lesson in Argentina, I invited her. And at the end of the lesson, when they take your picture, they ask, now who wants to be the leader in the pose? And Angie said, "Oh, I will." And I said, "Yeah, let's do it." And so I've got my leg up, and the height difference is clear, but hopefully the friendship shows through. She's a real dear friend of the show, and I can't wait to have her on because she and Alex can just go through their Rolodexes, and then you, listeners, will be the 3rd most well-connected people in all crypto.
I have to give a ding and a shout out to Joey V on TikTok for calling out that Bitcoin is inching towards another $1,000 threshold at 94,000, which also means that old Solana is at 145. And so if you, like me, manage to buy some in the mid to low 120s, consider profits.
Take your damn profits.
Yeah, I'm taking some healthy profits as we get a little bit closer to 160. And then I'm like, giving myself a good little payday, and then I got some expenses already set up for next year. So I got to put that away into a nice little fund.
You can just say Pokemon cards.
It's not this time, actually.
Oh, you can just
Funny
say
enough,
swords.
the only cards I've bought this year were a couple Pudgy Penguin cards.
No,
couple?
I watched you buy a multi-$1,000 one online using
Yeah,
Courtyard.
that's also true. We watched it happen.
True.
Yourself?
You know you have a problem when you forget a more than $1,500 single Pokemon purchase.
Yeah, but like, what's 18? Whatever. I sold it. I got my money back. It was only like $500 or whatever that I burned.
I know. And you did it for all of our entertainment. For that, we thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
And are you not entertained, Alex?
Yes,
Jeez,
Will gets a ding for entertaining us.
I'm sorry, 80s baby, 90s kids. Why am I poor? I want just one Solana.
It's okay. It's okay. We're all working our way there. Turn your dollars into Bitcoin, and we'll get there together one day.
Yeah, we'll all get there.
We'll all get there. We'll all get adopted by Will.
I've been trying. He hasn't adopted me, and I keep asking.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm
Alex,
starting to sound desperate.
I've wrote you like 3 times from. I saw your
It's
comments
okay.
in the private chat about 2 fun, promising questions. So
Yes.
take us there. We got 30 minutes left of the show, so plenty of time for you to earn some points. But I do want you to know you're being thoroughly overwhelmed by Bearded right now, who just keeps killing it.
It's okay. I've won every week for the past 6 months. Nobody fact checked me, so it's time that I take a break.
Yeah.
I've won enough.
Tired of the winning yet?
Yeah, it's undeniably
So
true.
great.
Don't look. Okay, so a couple questions that rolled in. This one is a combination of a couple questions, and they're one of my favorites. So we can spend a quick second on this. Great. So the first was for recommendations for places to take USDC stablecoin and earn interest on it. There are several.
Great question.
We all do it, and so we can hit that. But then coupled with that are what are the risks of doing that on platforms X, Y, Z. So I'll kick us off by saying currently, actually, the only place that I'm earning USDC yield is DeFi Carrot, because the interest rate is just simply the best. The process is very easy. Actually, yesterday I took profits on Solana and took every penny of that and just moved it straight to the Carrot.
Ooh.
So the risks, these protocols can go under. They're not immune. It's possible. That's why doing some checking in and around which one it is, and what does their track record look like? How many assets under management do they have? What's their collateral structure look like? What is the contract? Have they been audited by someone who knows more than me and you? Because hopefully, can you read those audits? What did they say? All that good stuff. There's lots of different considerations that you want to put into. We've seen these things go under before. Just to name a couple of the big, like, notorious ones. What was it? Why am I blanking on the one that starts with a C? Celsius?
Yes.
There's been more. You can look up like the number of DeFi protocols or CeFi protocols that do yield offering, borrowing, lending, facilitation, whatever, that have gone out of business. There's a bunch. It's possible. And what happens when they do that? Usually people who have their assets custodied there lose them. So it's important to look up custody structures too. Like, is this, something where you still have any kind of control? Like, what is the control that you relinquish to the platform when you earn interest there? Other ones that I have used and would use again in a heartbeat. Aave, used it extensively. Morpho. Then also there are staking service providers that do yield on more than just USDC. Jito, Marinade, Anchor, you can get access to a number of different things that you can stake there. But for USDC specifically, you've got the centralized exchange Coinbase as an option. They'll pay you 4.1% for holding USDC there. Or, like I said, DeFi Carrot, which has a really interesting token mechanic that's a fun rabbit hole to fall down. How does CRT work? There's your homework. And then, like I said, Morpho, Katana, you can get USDC yield there. Evan's cheesing about something.
I'm sorry. I'm totally not listening to this segment because I'm playing on the arena. I've been in a tipping spree, and Colin, shout out to him again, just told me I could tip everybody in the stream at the same time. So I sent everybody watching $5. There's only 14 people, and it's not my money. I've been tipped it, but I'm just thrilled at this. How cool is this? I'm sorry, Alex.
That is nice.
Cool.
I promise I'm going to listen back to your segment. I could just tell you were teaching, and it was great, and you were on your own for a minute.
Vibes were awesome. And you know
what?
what?
I'm sorry.
You get a ding, Alex. You're doing great.
Thanks, man. I need it after my self-glump.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another ding, too, because I wasn't listening to you, and I know you're teaching, and I interrupted with my cheese. Please continue. I am with you now.
I know you weren't listening, but I am done. Hey, now it's your turn. Take it away.
No, never.
No.
You take it. Tell me more about USD. I heard you talking about I was stuff I knew, and I was like, dude's preaching. He's good. He doesn't need me. Tell the masses about the yield, Alex.
You don't need to feel bad because I do that to you all the time. Like if I feel that you're settling into like an explanation that I think is going to take you for a few minutes, I will use that as the opportunity to like check comments and run a quick Google and
we all
check
got
with,
each other.
So, and then you're usually really good about recognizing that that's the case and then slowly reading me back in. Although every now and then I miss the read in and you're just like, Alex? And I'm like,
No, that happens to me too. But in the meantime, while I wasn't listening to Alex, I did find that someone built this really neat tracker that measures the amount of Ethereum being burned every single block that goes by. It's this nice little spaceship and the amount of Ethereum being burned. And someone, built this now. So, in the past 24 hours, 27 Ethereum were burned. And it'll be interesting to see how that, kind of changes as things go by. Look at this little rocket ship going up. Look, it's representing ETH being burned.
What's the website for that?
It is blobs.money.
What a great URL.
It's a great URL.
It sounds like somebody's solo artist name. Okay, yeah. Alex.
How about giving us some fucking credit?
I'm so sorry we rugged you. William Quigley said we got to come back to you. So please teach me more about, honestly, God's work, which is to democratize DeFi and bring yield to the people.
Thank you, DJ Willie Quiggs. I love that my job has now taken me to a point where the guy that I watched give a keynote and think someday I'd like to meet him, now I know personally as DJ Willie Quiggs. And I've watched him chase a bear out of his yard.
Chase a bear out of his yard.
He hasn't given us a performance as the disc jockey that he is yet. Next time. I think okay, so my favorite part about the whole thing is honestly, like you guys have probably heard me say a million times, the coolest part is just that banks do this all the time. And the magic of DeFi is that now you get to do it. And instead of just giving your money to a bank who makes a buttload of yield off of it and gives you nothing in return, or like a single solitary peanut, then now you get to have more peanuts than just the one, which is great.
Hooray.
And there's a bunch of, this DeFi Carrot is the one that I'm using right now. I'm pretty open-minded about them. If something happened that changed my opinion of it, I would first of all let everybody know, and then I would probably go do something else. If new ones pop up, I'll throw a little bit over there and kind of test the experience. And this one's just been, knockout easy. Not sponsored. Should be. Although, what's the point? If I was DeFi Carrot, I probably wouldn't sponsor me.
Yeah, no, right? We talk about them every single day. Multiple times every single day, actually, at this point.
It's just good and it works. And that's what I care about. But no, everybody who has money, like that money is out there earning someone else money right now, wherever you own it. That's what it's doing. It should be earning you money because it's yours. That's DeFi in a nutshell. That's like the why does DeFi exist in a nutshell? Because your money exists and right now someone else is using it to earn more money for themselves and not giving any of that to you. And it should be yours because it is. And the fact that it isn't is a problem. And Lindsay said it today on Trust Issues. Pretty much the entire planet, except for maybe the uber elite, struggles with like basic payment infrastructure. And that is one of the biggest problems that crypto and DeFi are like here to solve. And we're doing a shit job telling that story because everyone needs it. And not everyone knows that the solution literally exists and is accessible to anybody anywhere with an internet connection. Which, a horrifying fun fact about that is that more people do have access to the internet than have access to drinking water. So
isn't that wild? Every time I hear that blows my mind.
Yeah.
Well, Drink those memes, buddy. Anyway, back to work.
Oh my gosh.
Squilliam Watson. What's my name again?
Schmillion Schmatzen. You can name yourself. I think that could be,
Schmillion Schmatzen. You can't give yourself nicknames or alter egos.
No, I guess you can't. So Alex, if people enjoyed this lesson, they want to go deeper, they're going to come check out the community.rumshq.com. But do you have any do you want to do a round robin of first? Did I rug you? That felt like a beautiful bow on it in terms of you need these stable coins, you need DeFi.
Yes.
So your next homework assignment, because you already gave us one today, is what? Join the community.rumshq.com.
Do it.
And then.
That's
it. See you later.
That's it. That'll do.
And then ask your questions. We're here to help you. Let us know what you're working on, what you've tried, where it's confusing, and we're here to help. So you had another quick topic. We probably got time for one or two more because it's almost that time where today we are riding our cats and cows into the glorious sunrise. So if you've got a question that we didn't get to, let us know. We're going to give away an Arculus wallet, at least one tonight, and we have yet to announce the winner of the
We're gonna
points
do two.
contest. We're gonna do two.
We're gonna do two.
Hell yeah! Okay, so stick around for that.
I'm so glad
I'm never ready for that, and it's always funny.
Yeah, and let me say this too: if you want to up your chances of winning tonight, we do almost everything totally free. The content is free, the show is free, the community is free, but we also have a premium membership for people who want to go deeper with us with the stuff we cannot scale. If you want to get a one-on-one coaching session where Alex just mantra repeats to you, take your profits, you can do that. And you can get a discount and priority booking as a premium member, among other things. We have free group coaching. We have ebooks and guides and exclusive channels and so much more. You can start a free trial. It's 14 days free, then it's $30 a month. If you don't like it, just cancel it. But sign up tonight because we will give away a wallet to somebody who is a premium member who signs up for a trial. You can sign up for your very own premium trial at rumshq.com or community.rumshq.com. But the rumshq, it'll get you there faster. Super easy. Cancel at any time. But we think you're going to like it there because the premium members really are the very best part of what we do. Like Bearded. So, Alex, you've got another little topic for us. This has come up a lot in our comments. I think one person continues to ask us about it. I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Read me.
Yeah, it's started to kind of try to look into it a little bit because anytime if you suggest a project I've never heard of, I will look into it as soon as I have time, which is pretty much non-existent. But I do my best, and it's the thought that counts, right? But actually, you know who just DM'd me the other day to tell me that they're working on a new endeavor, and they're actually using this thing. Angel.
Really?
Yep.
Accountant
Angel. Yeah. So I thought it would be fun because I don't think either of you have looked at this, and it wouldn't be my first impression, but pretty close because I haven't spent much time with it. I'm going to throw it up on the screen share here, and I think we should do a good old-fashioned After Dark first impression of the homepage. And then, would you look further or would you not?
I'm super into that.
Okay.
Show it to me, and I will assist you with a little screen share here.
Show me what you got.
Show me the money.
So this is Canton Network.
And for people who want to play along at home, what is the URL?
Canton.network. CANTON.network.
The power of capital markets meets the real value of blockchain.
That's one of the worst parts about Web3. I have a brief complaint. This is only like a 2 or 3 on the salt meter.
Okay.
Which, by the way, is a real measurement scale for how annoying certain Magic cards are to see played during a game. Fun fact.
Interesting.
Yeah. I hate that every time we have to go to a new website, I have to specify what the dot whatever, because everything's different. Dot finance, dot network,
oh god,
XYZ,
it is so annoying.
Dot ABC, dot
IO.
Can
dot
we just,
fun.
Can we just keep it to .com, guys? What happened here?
Just
right.
Well, you know what was great is for a long time we just sort of agreed that the Web3 domain extension was going to be .io, and then everyone's like, nah, it's going to be anything.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm waiting for a meme coin that has like a .but domain, but I haven't seen it yet. So
Has
looking
to
for
exist.
Somebody coin it.
Send it.
Anyway, Canton, where finance flows, the power of capital markets meets the real value of blockchain. Unlock digital asset liquidity with Canton, the only public chain with privacy. First of all, that's not true.
No.
First of all, that's not true. And now I immediately go, okay. I'll accept a certain amount of marketing to an extent, but that's a blatant lie.
Yeah, this part I was, it's not like enough to me, but like, oh, okay, no, but it'd be like, come on, guys. And it's funny, Christina's commented before on how, like, if you go down the main street on Tybee, there's like a couple different hotels and condo complexes, whatever, and every single one is like Tybee's only something. And it's all like nonsense. It's like Tybee's only beachfront resort, their only beachfront hotel, the only building with at least 4 floors this close to the beach. And it's like, all right, guys, like, settle down. It's like, voted best pizza in like every restaurant's window kind of thing. So I saw that and I was like, all right, come on. First, that's like flagrantly untrue.
Oh, fun fact. I was driving through my parents' town in Maine, and there was a business that said, voted #1 for Windows service, like in Maine. And I was like, #1 for Windows. I was like, hey, what are all the services? But then we drove past it, and I just looked, my brother and I were making fun of it. And I was like, but you know what? I'm going to think of them first when I need some type of Windows service. Now they were voted #1.
Although I'm not surveyed, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was not surveyed. So I wasn't a part of this vote.
Anyway. So, okay. Starting off with one Glump.
Yeah. Me too.
From the headline. But let's get to the real meat and potatoes here. So, okay, we've got some news. I don't really care about that right now. I'm more interested in the one thing that I will say that I do like is I like this as a navigation tool. I want to do whatever.
See, I don't like that because the options are for people in podcast land: connect, build, run, explore. The hell does that mean? What's the difference between run and explore? Like run this software, connect to this software. You know what I mean?
I'll give
That's
you
actually a good point.
a ding because that was my follow-up point. That I like the idea of this. I like the structure. I just wish that we were using language that was a little bit more specific. Because up here, speak to an expert. I also, in theory, like this. I just wish that the button didn't say speak to an expert because it seems like that to me like reads as a little sus. It's not corporate. I'll give you that. It's different. So there's an attempt to like do something different. But anyway, so let's pop over here to use cases. Okay, stablecoin payments. There's what I'm like more interested in out of the 3.
Private stablecoin payments on public blockchain. On-chain payments upgraded.
Okay.
Access demand at institutional scale. What? Plug into the network already processing 4 trillion in tokenized assets. Are they?
That's a lot. That's more
Canton,
than Aave.
Canton DeFi. That's more than Aave. So apparently they're bigger than the biggest DeFi protocol in the world.
We do have some comments coming in about it, though. We've got folks in the arena. Rodney Amor says, does look premium, the website. So I would,
The website looks
money
clean,
on it.
but as you read it, we've already found 2 blatant lies. 24/7 payments and liquidity. Hey, guess what? All blockchains offer 24/7 payments and some level of liquidity. Privacy that unlocks utility and revenue. I mean, sure, but like, again, there are a lot of public blockchains that offer privacy. Built for issuers, ready for institutions. Sure, there's a lot of stuff built for issuers and institutions.
I think it's probably worth the clarification that like right now the first thing I'm thinking here is that this website's not for me.
Yeah.
Like I'm a C and this is for Bs. This is a B2B service. Like I'm not a business that needs this.
This is a B2B service.
So like already I'm, it's harder to judge it because I am not their target audience.
That's true. It's a good point. Who's the team? Who are the developers?
Well, let's see. Okay, so we do have
developer resources. Not what I was looking for.
Hackathons. I understood from Angel that this thing is doing a little bit more like in Latin America, and I think that's why he was involved. One of the team that he was working with for the thing, I told him I I would like to follow up with him and learn more because we didn't have time to talk about it. But I gather that that's kind of like the region that this is talking about.
Interesting.
Or focused on, I should say.
So then, can you tell us more? Like the website, I'm wine bottling it, and I would not look further unless I had a friend. I was talking to them at a conference, and they told me like, what's the pitch? Why is Angel paying attention?
Also, yeah, like why would I be interested in exactly like if I was a business, why would I be interested in using Canton
for years? Blockchains reward
some kind of like. I don't know. I'm not even quite sure what they're trying to sell. It seems like there's just like liquidity in this blockchain ecosystem that you can do private payments on. And you can do all of that on Ethereum. You can do it on Solana. So it's like, why Canton? Like what's different about it?
No, you hit on my number one question every single time someone tells me, look at this new L1. It's, okay, what is this doing that I can't do on Ethereum and why does it need to exist? Or, whatever.
Such a great question, by the way.
Network with an existing batch of users and developers and, a robust tool set and all that kind of stuff. Because the first thing that is evident with new chains, this is not specific to Canton by any stretch, but every time a new one pops up, you kind of have to question, like, what's the toolkit library look like? Like, how easy is it for me to go on and add something or do something? Or is this like a white glove service wherein all I do is reach out and then pay you and then something gets plugged in to something, I get an endpoint to plug into and, I'm off to the races? Is that the point? And I think, the first thing that I noticed here is that I don't really necessarily see anything that makes me think like, okay, this is awful. It's just like kind of corporate leet speaky. And I don't really understand how I fit in. But again, I would say that comes with the caveat that I'm very clearly not the target audience. So it's kind of an
but at the same time, like if you think about with every single cryptocurrency or company or whatever that you evaluate, you have to go like, okay, cool. What is this business doing? Is that useful? A layer one blockchain, is it useful? Sure. Is it an incredibly competitive field? Yes, absolutely. But a layer one crypto is useful, right? It has developers, a proven case to have developers go and build on them. Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. But then you have to think about the competitive landscape. Why would someone do this? Do they actually have the ability to attract their targeted user and get them to be converted from a prospect into a user? And with this, you have to go like, okay, well, why would a business choose Canton over Ethereum, over Solana? I mean, hell, like MoneyGram's working with Stellar. Like, why wouldn't someone use Stellar? Why wouldn't someone use Hedera? Why wouldn't someone use like Sui or
Midnight or
Maiden? Yeah. And another thing too is you go, okay, like I could really take a lot of time and try to educate myself on like what would attract developers and all that kind of stuff. But you can also really simplify it too. You can just be like, well, they claim they have a lot of liquidity, and that would be what would end up attracting some businesses, right? They need a lot of liquidity. They say there's $4 trillion. There's no way there is. But then you go, oh, okay, so like maybe there's a lot of liquidity here. And if you can go on chain and verify it, you'll probably see that there in fact is not, because Ethereum has 60 or 70 billion dollars on it. And this is claiming it has 4 trillion. So there's clearly a lie being told here. So then you have to go like, okay, well, if a business for this kind of a market is going to go to where the liquidity is, you can go on DeFi Llama and you can see where that liquidity is, or Token Terminal or CoinCarp. You can go and see that liquidity is on Ethereum. It's on Solana. There's 1 billion TVL on Sui. Hell, I just looked that up today. That's why I had it on the top of my head. So you have to be like, okay, there's a lot of competition out here and a lot of competition that has way more liquidity than this. So like, why would this business that they want to attract choose Canton over them? It seems improbable.
Yeah. And when you said 60, did you mean 96? $1 billion on Ethereum.
I looked at DeFi Llama earlier today, and it was lower than 70 billion. I have the screenshot in my video with XRP.
Yeah, I will say this, that there is a thing, and I keep meaning to text.
It was
Sean.
Not that high when I took a screenshot earlier today.
No, so that's a known error, I think, and I keep meaning to like text Sean at DeFi Llama and ask about it, because if I load it on one computer, it says one thing, and if I load it on a different computer, it says another. Like hard refresh, restart the computer, everything, it's 2 different numbers. I don't know which one is real. Mm-hmm. But we can at least tell if there's anything.
And listen to this. This is a good PSA. Joey V says there was a fake Canton site stealing. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. We're just talking over you.
I'm sorry. I was just making sure. I'm making sure. I was talking over you a little bit too earlier. I'm sorry. Joey V gave us a PSA. There's a fake Canton website stealing from people connecting their wallets. Is there a token for this, Alex? Like,
yes.
Why are people talking? Okay, that's got to be why people are talking about it. Can I just butt in to say, Thaddeus asked a really good question. He said, how many boxes need to be checked before Evan buys a crypto? And I know he wants to extend that to you guys too, because we're not. Is any of you remotely interested in buying this token?
I would not.
No, absolutely not. And for me, first of all, it has nothing to do with how many people are talking about it, how hype it is right now. The claims that they're making on this website, I know they're demonstrably false. Like, Will went through it, Alex went through it. And for me, it mostly comes down to, one, is it Bitcoin? No? Okay, well, then it's got a lot of work to do, mostly to prove that it's here, it's been here, or it's actually meaningfully building something that distinguishes it from its competitors. And that goes back to the tip. The tip is, learn the industry. If you want to speculate on tokens not named Bitcoin, you are a venture style investor. You are investing in startup companies, most of which don't have a product yet, and you are playing against some seriously professional people. So you need to know what blockchains are, what they are used for, what their limitations are, what they're likely to be used for in the future, who the people are that, you know what I mean? Like you gotta go to work, man. And I'm lucky because I hang out with you guys. I hang out with builders all the time. So mostly I've got a cheat code and you can get that. But most people who are searching for information on social media, should I buy this token? You don't have that kind of direct access to a primary source. And even though we have it, we're not buying it. So I don't know. I feel like if you don't have conviction to buy this token, don't buy this token.
I want to say, just to echo that and to highlight what Exit Velo on TikTok said, I think it's trying to take advantage of the current popular privacy narrative.
1000%.
Totally.
You will notice that it is not uncommon for new or protocols trying to be relevant to latch onto and pivot their like marketing speak to include whatever narrative happens to be trending. And when privacy dies and we're over it and, whatever, then something else will take its place. And I would be very curious to see if the copy on places like this website changes to match that. If that does happen, which is common, that's another reason to stay away, personally.
Yeah, excellent point.
Mm-hmm. I did also see, this is just a little bit more news on Fusaka as well, is we've seen the scalability increase now immediately out the gate. But the amount of blob throughput, just like, it's going to get better. All right. It's going to scale even more between now and June as like more of it rolls out and scales. So Ethereum's just going to get faster and better and better and better between now and June without even another upgrade coming through.
Beautiful. I know, Alex, you had one more topic you wanted to get to, and I'm glad to include it in final thoughts, but I kind of feel like it's about that time.
It's about that time.
We start doing a little...
Alex is at hour 6 just about of streaming.
Yeah, dude, how are you still alive right now?
Because he likes hanging out with us, man.
I could keep going.
He could keep going. I've seen him at conferences.
Yeah, we when you're in a stream and you're hanging out with your friends and you're answering questions and you're learning together, like that's pretty much.
I know that a parent shouldn't have favorites, but I fucking love After Dark, dude. Like I love doing this one every week. I wish we did this one more, but
this is pretty similar to our morning show.
First of all, I'm not drinking rum during the morning show, so there's
well,
you're not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our answer as to why Alex really loves After Dark.
I'm just trying to get drunk.
Okay, well,
I'm just trying to get drunk.
That makes
the thing
is
you like one drink will get you to a nice kitty place. Look at those rosy cheeks.
You know who just
drinking
texted me
water
literally right now?
Who?
Oh,
Willem.
No way. Inside baseball, Will's like, who the hell's Willem? Willem from South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've doxed him.
That's a big
Sorry,
country.
Willem.
Is Willem from the Elrond days?
He is indeed from the blockchain formerly known as Elrond days, a.k.a. The Machine. He is a machine. Tell him I say hello. Talking about Ethan tonight. We'll have to dig up the vaults so people can see what Bearded's console would look like in the world of the Faceless Many. And maybe we can post some of ours. I've got mine right up here over the shoulder. Okay.
Ding for Willem.
Also, shout out to all the extra points. We have a lot of points to give out. Ding to Alex for being generous about wallets. Another ding for Bearded for all the information. We've got a ding for me, Evan, for boosting The Arena stream to 40. Thank you very much. Ding for Colin on Arena. He is spreading the work. And if you've got points to give out, if you've got a last minute question, a suggestion, then you got to hang on to it because now it's time to do a little giveaway. Okay? So, if you are interested in winning an Arculus wallet tonight, if you need a cold storage wallet, leave a comment. You can receive one of these directly from Arculus. We'll message the team and tell them to send it to you stat. Or you can be put on the list to get a Rums co-branded purple Arculus wallet, also shipped from the team at Arculus. And when we make it, we'll send it to you. Going to be worth the wait. If you don't know Arculus, we have a lot of coverage of them on our show. Most recently, we hosted co-founder of Arculus and Compost Secure, Dr. Adam Lowe, again on the morning show for the second time. Alex and Will this was an excellent conversation all about what distinguishes Arculus from cold storage competitors, why you might need a cold storage wallet, how they protect your crypto. It is such a helpful, accessible session. He was really generous with his time to answer a lot of questions. It's episode 412 inside Arculus, wherever you are, whenever you listen. And of course, if you don't have it, then you could just head on over to community.rumshq.com. We have plenty of links for you there. Bearded says, need the purple wallet? I need mine with the 17-cent coin on the back. The 17-cent PO app. Okay, and then Alex and Will, I'm going to need you to pick a random number in a minute because we're also giving away at least one to a premium member. So, let me make sure everybody's got it in the comments. Any thoughts to add about Arculus while I do it before I ask you to pick a number?
It's one of those examples wherein genuinely, I just in the interest of honesty and transparency, I was using Trezor before, still have it, great wallet, love it. And the thing that got me to not only include Arculus in my what's the word I want here? My assortment of hardware wallets, the devices that I use for cold storage and self-custody, was just how freaking easy it was to set it up and use. And it sort of entered my lineup first as my walking around cold storage wallet, the one that I felt like I could use with higher velocity, which is one of the concerns that you hear come up a lot. It's okay, well, I would like to use it, but I feel like if then I want to sell and I have to go through this lengthy process to get stuff out of there and get it out somewhere so I can swap it and sell it. Much less of a concern now than it used to be. With a tool like Arculus is even easier, which is why now it's kind of just become my daily driver.
A couple of quick questions. Go ahead.
I was just going to say with Arculus, I just thought it was cool. So I've used the Ledger since 2017 and I still have it. But the Arculus is just, like Alex said, it's just nice and easy. And I'm not always around. I've always done crypto transactions. Not always. I'll say 98 to 99% of the time I do it from my desktop. But I've started to do a little bit more on my phone. And for anything that would involve a hardware wallet, I just got a little card, bloop, 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 biometric, face, fingerprint, passcode, all that kind of stuff. And then I can go and do some things I need to go do. It's just nice to have that other option. And it's super easy, simple, fast. It's light.
I feel like it's as easy to use as a hot wallet. For people asking, is Arculus like Tangem? Is it a card? Can I set it up myself? I saw Rodney Amore's comment. Yes, you absolutely can. It's got an app. So they update the app. The firmware never needs to update. You don't need to charge this with a battery. It's a metal card, You can maybe hear it, maybe you can't. It's metallic. And it just taps using NFC technology to create a secure connection between the secure chip that holds your private keys, and the prepared transaction on your phone, and soon your computer, or is it now that they have the computer interface? And they're looking at a USB soon for people who prefer that kind of interface. But it's great. And yes, indeed, it does match Williams Black Amex. Will Watson is wearing the black Arculus tonight. Don't you have it? Yeah, you sure do. You sure do.
Sure does.
Got a knight on his chest because a suit of armor wouldn't fit. So stay tuned for Will in the Arculus armor. We definitely want to have that on the stream.
Suit of armor doesn't fit right now currently, which is.
But we're getting you. We're angling for the the renewal of the partnership.
I have told Arculus that if they have a knight's costume, I will wear it at a conference.
Correct. Boy, will he. I am going to need that on a stream. And on that note, I think we have given everybody enough time. If you left a comment, I'm looking everywhere on social media. And how about this? I am going to give tonight's wallet away to somebody watching on the Arena. We have chosen Rodney Amore. Everybody give it up for Rodney. Congratulations. And also, I'm going to give a point to Nith on the Arena who asked, how do we get a ding? Just like that. Do something ding-worthy. And Rodney, send me a message at community.rumshq.com. It's a simple forum. It's like a Facebook group or a Discord server or a Telegram. It's just, a little safer. We can control it so there's no scammers and impersonators there. Send me a DM or just send a message. Say, I won the wallet. We'll get your information, and we will allow you to choose either the out-of-the-box Arculus standard issue, or you can wait for the Rums co-branded purple Arculus wallet. Cold storage is coming to you. And, gentlemen, I need a number. 1 through 41, because now we're going to do a drawing for premium members.
33.
I was going to say, as the one in the shirt, take it away.
All right, number 33. Congratulations to Brandon Guevara. Brandon, thank you for being a premium member and being the very best part of what we do. Please send me a message over on the Circle. And everybody else, if you want to start a premium trial, you know what to do. Community.rumshq.com, totally free to join. You can sign up for a free trial. You can message us there. You can post a picture from the stream tonight. So many options. The only thing missing is you. Now, gentlemen, I have a lot of points that I have given out tonight. Do you want to do final thoughts after points? Because I think you've both done really well. You don't really need extra points if I'm here to say it myself. I probably do, but...
All I'd like to say is shout out to Hublai Khan, who gave me the name of someone who can give me some customized Arculus knight armor. If they got an Etsy page or something, I'm super pumped to look them up. I took a screenshot, so I'll look them up on Etsy, Instagram, TikTok. I'll do it all.
Hublai Khan has been a force in the comments today, so shout out Hublai Khan. Definitely get a point for you.
Been in the comment section many an episode.
Yeah, but it's been a minute. It's good to good to have you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we appreciate you. All right,
May
Alex, anything to say?
Hordes that you lead into battle perform strongly.
Not to be confused with the curse I placed upon Mark Zuckerberg and all of the developers at Facebook the other day. Wishing
yeah, you've been ripping so hard on Facebook.
You know what's funny? If it wasn't so buried, I would pull this up in a quick screen share, but I was just venting through Claude, trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go inside of Facebook to get added as an admin to the company page and stuff. And literally, I'm not kidding. I think it was matching my energy because I was a little pissy. But it literally said, quote, Meta's internal business dashboard setup is an absolute clusterfuck. And I was like, yeah,
I should use Claude more.
It told me it was there's no fix. Actually, the thing you're trying to do just straight up usually doesn't work. I was like, oh, sick. So I wish that the fleas of 1,000 camels would infest the armpits of Mark Zuckerberg and everyone responsible for that absolute dumpster fire.
The fleas of 1,000 camels.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're total grifters.
So
amen.
There we go. Curses by Alex,
a new Zuckerberg.
New AI product coming to the Rise Up community soon. Solom will expect you to get on that, along with the mantra chanting in Alex's voice. Tori, I want to hear more about your mantra chanting later. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Thank you, Jane. I got a ding from Jane, so make sure you put that
all
on
right,
the sheet.
okay. Damn. Okay. Well,
damn.
Everybody is there. There's a lot of points to give out tonight, and I'm pretty sure I have probably missed some. So if I missed you in a points contest.
Sorry, this is the first After Dark where I think I have dings and glumps on my board as well. So it's really started to scale exponentially.
Well, as opposed to last time, because you need some help getting out of the hole you sunk yourself into with your sweet potato
pie
slander.
Is bad.
Damn. Who do you got dings and glumps for, Will? Feel free to read them out. And
fuck you, I got dings now, bitch.
Oh, you had dings on mine too. I'm giving you another one just for that. Do you have dings and glumps to give out, and I'll mark them off, you guys? You've been dinging.
I was not keeping track, so I hope you got the dings and the glumps.
Okay, here we go. Here's how I'm dinging and glumping tonight. In what I think is a tie for 1 point each, we've got Hubley Khan, Lindsay, Katie, and Emily, co-hosts of Trust Issues, Aave, Babylon, the city and the protocol, Harry Potter son. Oh, no. Correct as a sound.
Correct.
We've got Huin, Jaden Atwar, XRP, and Exit Velo, and
I forgot about Huim.
dude. I did him dirty. I'm gonna actually give him another point. He's got 2 points now. So sorry, Huim.
Sorry, Huim.
And Nit all with 1 point. With 2 points now, we've got Huim and Harry Potter, Sonic Obama, Inu, which means that it looks like in. Oh, actually, sorry. Also with 1 point, me in third place with 5 points, 1 Glump. We have got Mr. William Watson. Congratulations, Will. That means in second place with 9 points, 4 Glumps for a total of 5 points. It's your friend and mine, Mr. Alex Popovich, which means tonight our champion, a runaway win with 10 points, is Bearded. Bearded.
Oh, well deserved.
Congratulations, you are the champion tonight. And
I got a soundboard, guys. I have power.
I like what Bearded said in the comments. Alex's mom wins again. She stays winning, the best trader in our community. And if you missed a point, don't worry. There's plenty of time to play again. We'll be back next week. Rise Up After Dark, same time, same place. We have got plenty of good broadcasts coming up. A morning show broadcast tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be back for the Rise Up Morning Show. Monday, we've got the morning show. And in lieu of Market Watch, we are welcoming Luca Netz. Yes, that Luca Netz, CEO of Pudgy Penguins. So set your calendars. Don't miss it over the weekend. You're definitely going to want to catch that conversation Monday at 7 p.m. And then so many more. We'll tell you all about it when we get to it. But gentlemen, it's been a ride. I think it's time for final thoughts. So who would like to bless us with their thoughts first tonight?
Merry Christmas. That's my final thought. Everyone. I don't know, man. I don't have any final thoughts. I mean, this whole Fusaka upgrade for Ethereum is actually super cool. So I'm excited to take some time tomorrow to actually really dive into it a bit. Because this extra burn for Ethereum is really exciting. Because I mean, it's really cool. Like Ethereum could become heavily deflationary, particularly as like layer 2 adoption continues to scale upwards, and that's super cool. Because honestly, the strongest arguments against Ethereum as an investment has been like, I mean, like everything's on the layer 2s, and it doesn't really. It's kind of hurting like Ethereum's speculative price to go upwards, even though it's like a lot of adoption now. That argument goes out the window, and I'm really glad I started dollar cost averaging into Ethereum every single day. Even if it goes lower, hey, guess what? I'm pretty sure it goes higher at some point.
Dude, I saw the other day, what was it, down in the 2800s, where it bottom, and now it's like, you know, back up at 3200. I got the
3200, and it bottomed at 2600. You know,
dude,
about that bottom.
Been
by
there
the
for
way,
that.
felt pretty good about it.
Did you?
I did. I mean, it's easy to buy the bottom when you buy it every single day, Evan.
That's true. I thought you meant like a swing trade position. I know you. I know you.
No.
Okay, Alex, have you got a final thought for us tonight?
DeFi is inevitable. If you're not using it, learn to use it and then use it, because that's the way that your money gets to work for you instead of for someone else who doesn't deserve it.
Love it. And my final thought is simply to say to everybody watching for the first time tonight, thank you. To everybody tuning in again, thank you. And we really want to see you back here. The best way to learn about crypto is to get into a group, a community, a circle of friends who are not going to try and sell you some scammy investment, but where you can ask your questions, where you can share what you know, you can learn, you can grow. And we say, rise up together, man. That's what it's all about. That's what the show is named for. And we are so glad to have you along for the ride. You really are. We mean it when we say it. The very best part of what we do. So until next time, my friends, everybody stay safe, be well, rise up.